New York State Attorney General Letitia James, yes, that Letitia James, who's under federal investigation for mortgage fraud, has allegedly stolen over $41,000 in taxpayer money for private jets with zero documentation. No contracts, no passenger list, no travel justifications, no nothing, just flying and vibing. Welcome to Nelly Miranda. Now, before we get into this video, please be sure to like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update. Now, I know some of you may have heard this before, but Sam Antar, about a week ago, has updated the information. So I'm bringing it to you guys. So between 2020 and 2021, Letitia James' office quietly paid $41,807 to Venture Jets, Inc. It's a private charter jet company. But here's the thing, no other New York State agency used this vendor before, not one, just Letitia. And like clockwork, when the public funding mysteriously dried up in late 2021, guess who popped up in James's campaign filings in 2022? That's right, Venture Jets, Inc. again. It's almost like she just swapped taxpayer money for donor dollars without skipping a beat. Just how convenient. So Sam Antar did what any responsible watchdog would do. He filed a Freedom of Information Law, aka FOIL request, and he asked for 8 basic things: contracts, passenger manifests, justification memos, travel authorizations, competitive bidding records, policies, vendor assessments, anything with a signature, date, or a paperclip. And what did the Comptroller's office send back? A spreadsheet. Not joking. They sent a spreadsheet, like a glorified Excel table. That's it. No paperwork, no explanation, just $41,807 in taxpayer-funded flights listed under Mind Your Business. Then just to ice the cake, the State Comptroller's office officially certified on May 19th that no record exists. None. Zero. Nada. They said, and I quote, "I certify that after diligent searches, the spreadsheet of information provided on May 5th, 2025 was the only record found that was responsive to your 8-part request made pursuant to the Freedom of Information Law dated April 8th, 2025. No further records were found that are responsive to your request. Terry Crowley, Deputy Comptroller, OSC. Certification, May 19th, 2025. You could not make this up even if you tried. But here's where it gets even more suspect. After those flights ended in 2021, James' campaign started paying the same company, coincidentally, lining up with her campaign events in Martha's Vineyards and Puerto Rico. So the jet setting didn't stop. It just switched credit cards. And on August 10th, 2021, $7,015 for a charter flight, and oh look, a $2,000 Martha's Vineyards house rental from the campaign on the same day. November 8, 2021, $13,246 in jet payments. And guess what? James is seen attending the Somos conference in Puerto Rico. Now, while the State Comptroller's office just straight up said no records exist, the Attorney General's office is playing a different game. They say, oh, we'll get back to you maybe by July 18th. Let's be honest here. These records aren't from 1954. It's 2025, folks. You're telling me that the top law enforcement office in the state needs 2 months to dig up travel receipts? Or are they buying time to clean up things behind the scenes? I'm just asking for a friend. Now, let me read you something. It's from New York State Finance Law 163, and it says, agencies must maintain complete records documenting the rationale for procurement method, contractor selection, and the basis for contract price. So in other words, you don't just Venmo $40,000 to a jet company and call it a day. Every contract, every flight, every penny spent on taxpayer-funded travel is supposed to be documented, unless you're Letitia James, of course. Then apparently the rules don't apply because, rules for thee, but not for me. This is the Attorney General of New York, the same one who spent years launching lawsuits against everyone under the sun from Donald Trump to the NRA preaching about transparency and accountability. And now she's under federal investigation for alleged mortgage fraud and also flying private on taxpayer dime with no receipts. Like, this is not hypocrisy, it's hierarchy. She's not breaking the rules because apparently the rules don't apply to her. So we're left with only two possibilities. Scenario one, the records actually never existed, which is a direct violation of state law. That's administrative negligence at best, criminal misconduct at worst. Scenario two, the records do exist and they're being withheld for political reasons, which makes it a deliberate cover-up. So let's not forget the political angle here. There's a pattern in Democrat-run bureaucracies: delay the release, then drip out curated documents after the media attention dies down. And if critics speak up too soon, then guess what? You're a conspiracy theorist. No, that is not transparency. That is information warfare. We've seen it with the Hunter Biden laptop. We've seen it with Fonnie Willis and Fulton County funds. And now we're seeing it with Letitia's charter flights. This isn't just about $41,000. It's about trust. When the state's top law enforcement officer can spend public money like a private account and not even pretend to document it, how can she prosecute anyone else with a straight face? Like, ordinary Americans get audited for missing receipts from a damn gas station. But Letitia James, she gets to charter jets to Puerto Rico and Martha's Vineyards with no records and no consequences. And if the Comptroller and AG's office are both telling us, sorry, nope, nothing to see here, move along, then we better not move along, because this story is far from over. The Attorney General should be held to the same standards as the rest of us. And if you want to read every single word about this, then you need to head over to Sam Antar's website, whitecollarfraud.com, and read it for yourself. So should Letitia James be forced to turn over every single document related to these flights? And if she cannot, should she step down? Let me know in the comments. And as always, if honest commentary brings you value, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you never miss any updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.